Hello. We are here this week for our inch by inch session, and I'm super excited to have Mark Roberts with us. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Allison.
How are you today?
I'm very well today.
Good. So, Mark, you were recognized this year at our award ceremony as the 2024 Inch&Co Real Estate Realtor of the Year. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. I do.
You also had an amazing year in 24 of closing more than $10 million in volume. And you are also recognized as one of our greatest supporters and contributors to Elmwood Settlement Services. So thank you and congratulations on an amazing year.
Thanks.
How long have you been in real estate?
Well, I got licensed in 1981, so that makes this year my 44th year
Whew.
in real estate. Full time, I might add.
I feel like a lot has probably changed over the years in real estate.
Yes, I've seen quite a few changes.
Yeah. How did you get started?
Well, interestingly enough, I was working a factory job at Coal Steel. A lot of folks in your county would identify with that. A lot of good people work there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was 23 or so. And I ran into one of my former junior high school teachers. His name was Gary Billett. And he said to me, "Mark, what are you up to? What have you been doing? What are you doing with your life?" And I told him what I was doing. And he said, "You know, you need to come see me. I've opened up a real estate shop. I've been in real estate business now for a few years after I retired from teaching. And I think you need to come talk to me." And that's how it all began.
Wow.
And I went to see Gary Billett, and he convinced me to take my courses. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I ran into him at that time.
Amazing. I think it's incredible to think about times in our lives where we have that one encounter that was unplanned that completely changed the course of what we were doing and where we were going. It's pretty amazing.
I can safely say that is the case here.
Yeah.
And, I've thanked Gary. Gary is no longer with us. God rest his soul. But I thanked him time and time again when I had the chance after I was in the business for a while and realized
what a gift it was.
It was a really good move.
Yeah. And any other significant influences that you've had throughout your career?
Well, really, there were two main influences, I'm going to say, in my real estate career that made an impact on me. Again, one was Gary Billett, got me started, supported me as a broker for 17 or 18 years, I believe. I was with Gary. And then when Gary decided to retire and was no longer in business, I needed a new place to nest. And Andy Collins became my new broker. I went to Andy Collins's shop. It was called Morgan Collins. A lot of people will remember that.
Yeah.
And Andy turned out to be just an incredible mentor and turned out to be a good friend and a business partner over the years. And I would say Andy's probably the most brilliant real estate mind that I was exposed to. And learned a lot from Andy and appreciated all he taught me.
Yeah. I feel every once in a while, the few opportunities that I've had to get to chat with Andy and hear his perspective and his experience, it's amazing. Right. So what a gift as well.
And Andy Collins, by the way, is licensed here with the Inch&Co Real Estate Company, which we're all very happy about.
Yeah, for sure. Truly, when he is available to come be a part of stuff, we appreciate it.
Nope.
What do you believe is the most important skill or trait that someone needs to finesse if they're going to be successful in a real estate career?
Well, pretty basic, I think. I think you need to work hard. It's not a part-time career. I realized that early on. You have to be available to help people. So you really just have to commit yourself. And you have to work hard. A lot of folks think, real estate is easy money. I'd heard that many times.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's still hard at my advanced age, actually. But if you work hard, if you get out of bed, go to work, and work hard and pay attention, and have a good broker and a good organization behind you, no reason that you won't be successful.
Yeah, I agree. And I appreciate that sentiment. I definitely think that real estate is a career path because the initial investment to become qualified to get licensed is fairly minimal, that a lot of individuals think that they can just get a license and sell real estate. And the truth is that is barely scratching the surface in what we do. And it requires full-time commitment, focus, connections, relationships, um, pursuit to stay active and to be successful for sure.
No question, it's a career and it's a
Yeah.
profession, so
Yeah.
it should be treated as such.
I agree. So I've had the opportunity to work nearby. We've been in the same office for, believe it or not, about 8 years. Seems hard to believe that that much time has passed, but here we are. And I've been just amazed over the years at observing you in business and seeing how your expertise crosses so many different areas of real estate, from residential, commercial, development, investment, and even agricultural and farming. So, which is pretty great because the area that we live in, there's all of that. How did you develop in all of those areas?
Well, I don't know that there's any one path to that, except again, I wasn't really afraid to go after and try to learn, new fields. And again, over the years, I've been fortunate to have those opportunities to work in commercial a little bit, in farms, and I stayed at it. Um, the principles for each of those fields are pretty much the same. Gaining the knowledge necessary to be efficient, it just takes some time, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no other, you just can't, there's no substitute for experience in my mind.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fail occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think the key there is to have certain people, if you're entering into a new field, that you can go and get good advice from.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been very fortunate to have that over the years. I knew where to go.
Yeah.
To get the answers. If I was looking at a specific listing that was maybe out of the normal residential field,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't shy away from it, but I would try to find someone to help me with some of my questions. So it's just a matter of experience, Allison.
Mm-hmm.
44 years of doing it, I've seen a lot, and I've handled a lot.
Yeah.
And it's good.
I really appreciate the idea of like just going, like you have to be willing to step forward into it and recognize that you don't know everything, and look for opportunities and look for the connections that can help guide you and provide you with the information and the resources that you need. So I think that that is so key. A lot of people just don't, because they go, oh, I don't know anything about that, but they may very well be the right person for the job with the connections and resources of colleagues. So
Right.
I appreciate all that you bring to our brokerage, because you're obviously a huge resource for so many of us. Can you think of or tell me a story about a particular client or transaction that was particularly memorable or was a particularly satisfying experience?
Well, I don't know. There's been a lot. I'd have to say I can't pick one particular experience, but I've had a lot of very good experiences helping people. Some were very, very difficult situations to handle, and there's no better feeling in my mind, and ask the agents in here because I hear it from them too,
Mm-hmm.
when you're able to take somebody in a bad situation, so to speak, and help them achieve their goal of housing.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling from that is part of the reason why we do this.
Absolutely.
So I have quite a few, but I can't pinpoint one
Yeah.
in particular. But I know the feeling of helping someone who didn't think they could be helped, and they just are very appreciative, and that really makes you feel good. No question
Absolutely.
about that.
Absolutely. I think when I got into the business, I underestimated that a little bit. Not that it wasn't something that I had at my forefront. I was actually a human services major, so caring for people and their needs and helping them reach goals, regardless of where they're at, was always something that was fundamental to me. But when I found that it really is at the core of everything that we do, it's very satisfying for sure.
For sure. And when you
Yeah.
think about housing, for most people, it's one of the most important factions of their life.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a
is housing.
necessity.
You know, and it's good to be in this business, in my humble opinion. It's been very good to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing to do when you're not working? You work a lot, Mark. You're here. You work all. I know that
Well,
that fell into you being awarded Realtor of the Year because with so many years in, I see you here every single day, from morning to night, a lot of times on the weekends. But I do know that sometimes you don't work. So what do you do when you're not working?
well, first of all, the reason you see me a lot most of the time here is because I've never been part of a team. I do everything myself. Everybody knows that. I do things the old-fashioned way. I don't use technology too much. I use it as it works for me. So it takes a lot of time to do all that. Number one. So when I'm not here, it's pretty simple. I like to get lost in the woods, and everybody knows what that means with me. I'm either going to have a fishing rod or a bow, an archery bow in my hand, and I'm going to be in the outdoors. That's it for me.
Yeah. Pretty satisfying, I'm sure.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you can say today that you wish you had known, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago?
Oh, there's a lot of that. Again, my good, are you kidding me? I mean, that's the secret to life.
Good old hindsight.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, and that's so true.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Allison. I don't have a specific answer to that question,
But the good one is that we learn a lot along the way.
oh, I learn
and we make adjustments for the next time. Yeah.
I'm still learning every day. And again, this business evolves. It's nothing like when I started.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, it is, the basics are still there. How you treat people, that'll never go away. But the mechanics of it and the legality of it has changed quite a bit.
Absolutely. We've seen that in the last year.
I mean,
in the last 2 years.
I would love to go back to a one-page listing contract, and maybe I think we had a 3-page agreement of sale.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit different.
Just to put it in perspective, I believe that our listing agreement is 6 or 7 pages, and our agreement of sale is 14 pages.
14 pages, yeah. It's just, it is what it is.
That's a lot of added legal detail, for sure. What advice do you have for someone new to the business?
Work hard. Make sure you get under a broker that's willing to teach you and take the time to go over the small points in this business. Because what you learn in real estate school is great. It has nothing to do with being successful in this business and being good at it, to be honest. And on that note, by the way, I'll plug Inch&Co Real Estate and their real estate broker, who is Sam Stein. He is really, really good with the agents here. I see him. He's here for them. He'll help them anytime he can.
Yeah.
And it's critical to have that. And I believe that's why we are attracting a fair amount of new agents, good agents.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Again, I know that Inch&Co Real Estate is better because you're here. It's better because agents of your experience and professionalism continue to show up and share with newer agents that are eager to learn. and respect your experience. So I really think that we have a pretty harmonious community here, and you're a really big part of that. So thank you.
I really appreciate that, Allison, and I plan on continuing for quite some time.
We're happy to hear that.
So
you're not getting away easy.
You'll have to put up with me for a while. Thank you so much.
We're so glad. We're so glad. Thanks, Mark. See ya.